Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Monthly Mini. This is where I take the free mini of the month and push it as far as I can using the least amount of paint and tools. This month's model is the Cryptguard Ghoul. It's a simple sculpt, but that actually gives a lot of room to control the final look depending on how you treat the surface. Instead of going clean or vibrant, I'm pulling everything back. Every color gets desaturated, every surface gets worn down, and the whole model is going to end up looking dusty, grimy, and aged. For our foundation layer, I'm keeping it extremely tight. Just 4 paints to get the entire model blocked in. Waaagh Flesh handles all the skin mixed with a little bit of Rakarth Flesh. Then the Rakarth Flesh is going down on the bone and any exposed details. The Steel Legion Drab covers the cloth and softer materials. And Leadbelcher obviously is going to take care of our sword. Nothing complicated here. 2 thin coats, fast coverage, and I'm not worrying about perfection. A little inconsistency actually helps sell the worn look later. The goal at this stage is simple: get the whole model established with a few paints as possible and set up a solid, neutral foundation for everything that comes next. Great. At this point, everything's blocked in, but it's still flat and a little lifeless. I mean, pretty ironic, right? The colors are there, but there's no separation yet. So now we move into depth. This is where we start pushing shadows into the recesses and letting the details actually show through. As I said, we're moving into depth. This is where the model starts to separate and actually read. Instead of just flooding everything, I'm trying to be as controlled as possible with where I place the paint. Agrax Earthshade is going into the recesses across most of the model, especially around the cloth, metals, and deeper creases. For the skin, I'm using Athonian Camoshade to keep it in that muted green range while still adding shadow. The goal here isn't to stain the whole surface. It's to push contrast exactly where it's needed so the sculpt starts doing the work for you. If you're getting any value out of this, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next monthly mini. Okay, once that's in and dry, you can already start seeing the model come together. The shadows are set, the details are clear, and now we've got something to build back up from. As it goes, now the shadows are set, but everything's reading a little too dark. So next, we're starting to bring the light back in and rebuilding the volume on those raised areas. Let's jump into volume. This is where we start rebuilding the light and giving the model its shape back. I'm not introducing any new colors here. Well, I sorta am. Everything is coming from the same base paints, but they're just pushed lighter using Celestra Grey. So there's our new paint, Celestra Grey. 1 drop into the mix gives me a solid midtone, and 2 drops pushes it into a highlight. That keeps everything consistent. The color stays desaturated, nothing jumps out too clean, and the transition feels natural because they're all tied back to the same base. I'm focusing this on the raised areas, letting the recesses we just shaded do their job. It's not about perfect blends, it's about placing light where it makes sense and letting the contrast build. And this is really the point of the monthly mini. It's not about having more paints or better tools, it's about understanding how to push what you already have to get the results you're after. Alright, we're on to the final step. Edge work. And nothing new is being introduced here. Those highlight tones we built during volume, with the 2 drops of Celestra Grey, are doing all the work here. I'm just taking that same mix and applying it with more intention, focusing on the sharpest edges and the most raised points. This is where everything tightens up. The shapes get cleaner, the contrast gets sharper, and the model starts to really stand out without ever getting too bright. I'm keeping it controlled and selective, not every edge needs it, just enough to define the form and guide the eye across the model. And once that's in, everything we've built from base to volume comes together into this final finished piece. That's the finished monthly mini. Simple tools, limited paints, and a result that goes further than it should. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next month.